Here's the thing about favor. Someone can be with or around you for so long that they forget that the blessings are attached to you and not them. There's a reason why God doesn't favor everybody, because not everybody can handle it. For example, let's say that you are a woman of God and you're no stranger to the favor of God, because God supplies all of your needs. I'm talking about you don't want for anything. And then you mess around and get with a guy who does not have the favor of God on his life, but you see his potential. So you date, you marry, and you move in together. And just like Lot got to enjoy the favor that was on Abraham's life, this guy starts to enjoy the favor that's on your life, because God blesses your household. And God will show you quick, fast, and in a hurry why he never favored him. You see, because of your prayers, this guy goes out and gets a good job. Because of the grace on your life, this man starts making some really good connections. He even starts a really good business. And just like that, y'all living in a nice house in a nice neighborhood, driving nice vehicles. You don't want for anything. But less than a year in, he starts to treat you poorly. I'm talking about old boy gets really arrogant. And you do any and everything that you can to try and save your marriage. But you're in that fight alone, because he's fighting against the marriage you're fighting for. As time goes by, he becomes more and more arrogant. And then you start suspecting that he has a mistress, or two or three. He starts coming home later and later, and the inevitable happens. You find out about the other woman, or he leaves you for the other woman. And in the divorce, he wants the house and the car. And of course, he's taking his business with him, that business that you helped him start. And it almost seems unfair, because some strange chick came along and now she gets to reap the benefits of your hard work. It would appear that she gets to reap the benefits of your favor. But the divorce goes on, you two liquidate the house, he takes his car, you take your vehicle, and he keeps his company. And the rumors start flying around that he has moved in with the woman, now he's about to marry the woman, and they are expecting a kid together. It will seem that while you're at your house crying, he's somewhere enjoying himself. It looks like she won. But you have to understand, with God, there is no competition, so there is no she won, because you can't win a loser. But you do the work. You go out here, you heal, you forgive, you do the work. You go through your struggle season, and for a space in time, people get to laugh at you. All those folks that was jealous all along, they get to say, you see, what goes up must come down. Or when giants fall, they fall hard. And let's say that you're back at your parents' house, sleeping on an air mattress, raising that man's kids, and trying to figure out what you're going to do with the mounting debt that he left behind, all the while trying to help your children get used to their new reality. But again, you go out there, you do the work, you heal, you pray for the people who spitefully use you, and you take the lesson behind the matter. One thing that you're going to start to see is that the favor was attached to you all along. Oh yeah, he'll come to realize that as well. Because one day you'll go get yourself a house, you and your children, your job will continue to pay you well, you may get a promotion, and God will restore everything that the cankerworm and the palmer worm have stolen. And again, you have truly forgiven this guy. So you go on with your life, making it a point to not look back. But 3 years later, you find out that this guy has lost everything, and I mean everything. His company went belly up, the woman that he left you for cheated on him and left him for another man, and now he's homeless, living in his mother's basement again. What happened here? The favor was attached to you and not him. This is why you don't marry somebody that God hasn't favored. Because by not extending favor to them, he's simply saying that they can't handle it. There's too much pride, too much arrogance, too much entitlement in them. But when you brought them into your life, they got to enjoy the favor that was on your life. And this gave them access to a lifestyle that they didn't have before. And again, they couldn't handle it. Let me say it this way. Favor has weight. It has the ability to crush you. So anytime you are walking in favor, whatever is in you is going to come out of you. If you got the oil on your life, whenever you're crushed, the oil is going to come out. If you're filled with pride, arrogance, and entitlement, that's going to come out whenever the favor of God hits your life. If you come in contact with somebody whose moral compass is not pointed to God, you will find that person in the wilderness. Please understand, in the wilderness, there are wild animals. But you bring your anointed happy tail out there and you see that good looking Billy over there and you see his potential. So you pitch a camp in the wilderness and you start dating the dude. And he takes you in circles and cycles. And he notices that even when you're in the wilderness, God blesses you with manna. So he takes you down to the courthouse and the two of you leave with your marriage certificate. It has your signature and his hoof print. And now old boy gets a taste of favor. You don't even know what you just woke up. Trying to help him reach his potential, you help him to establish a company or you help him to get into a career. And before long, everybody's saying he's the GOAT at what he does. He's really good at what he does. And again, every time he gets a compliment, his horns grow an inch. What you don't realize is that God loves you and he extends favor to you, and favor will deliver you from the people who are mismanaging you. In other words, that man will be in his house being tormented with jealousy by watching God constantly favor you time and time again. But he won't be healed or mature enough to understand that that same favor is not going to follow him when he walks away. The same is true for friends. God will torment some of the people in your life by blessing you in their faces. This is why he said, I will set a table for you in the presence of your enemies. I think we forget sometimes that God says that our enemies will be members of our own households. So he has to sit at the head of the table and watch God constantly bless you. Constantly listening to you talking about, baby, I got a promotion on my job. Baby, I'm working on this. Baby, I accomplished that. And to bring you down, he tries his best to get you pregnant. Time and time again. Because he wants to humble your happy tail. But ultimately, after the breakup, God proves that the favor was on your life and not that guy's life. I'm sharing this to encourage somebody out there. Stop taking the favor on your life for granted. Stop feeling guilty because you're watching God do things in your life that he's not doing in the lives of the people around you. And understand, you can't drag anybody into favor. You can only demonstrate it. They're going to have to pursue God themselves. And last but not least, don't forget, if you invite somebody into favor who God has withheld favor from, that person will eventually become to despise you because they're not healed enough to understand that God doesn't owe them anything. If this message was for you or if this message blessed you, write favor in the comment section. Like and subscribe for more.
I don't know what happens. Usually this happens with her videos, that the audio gets off. It'll start on point and then it gets off towards the end. So I'm sorry about that, guys. I know you guys have said multiple times that that's distracting and you can't receive the message. So I pray that you stuck through with it. But how many of you have had an experience like this? I know that there's a lot of people in these comment sections that, have gone through this. And I know that God will give favor to his children. He will bless his children. And I know that for me, like a woman that has a favor on her life has been a blessing in my marriage. My wife has the favor of God on her, but I also feel like I have the favor of the Lord on me as well. Now, I'm not going to just sit up here and say that, oh, God's just raining down an abundance of blessings on me because I'm just his favorite. No, I don't talk like that, man. I'm not the one to be out here like I'm God's favorite. God don't play about me. I'm not finna be like that. But when it comes down to it, guys, I do know that when you're walking with the Lord and you're doing the best that you can to please him, not that we like try to earn favor, but God does bestow his blessings upon us. And I know that some people, they just seem to be, everything's easy for them. Like they come up with great ideas to succeed in business, or it seems like everything that they try, like hobbies and things that they pick up at, they're just really gifted and talented at it. Things just seem easy for these people. And maybe that's because God's blessed them with an abundance of favor. I know we see in the Bible where Joseph had favor. Joseph had an assignment. He had tons of favor on his life. No matter what it was that he did, he put his hands to it and God blessed him with favor and he succeeded at it. We see that from the time he was a child on up till he was second in command underneath Pharaoh. And it's like no matter what the world threw at him, no matter what his family threw at him, no matter what anyone threw at him, he was still able to succeed and to go far, even in a season where he should have been down the most, where he was in prison even. He found favor in the guard's eyes. He found favor in Potiphar's eyes. He found favor in Pharaoh's eyes, and so on and so forth. And I know that it may seem like the people that are taking advantage of you or the people that you're helping to get further, when they start to turn on you, or in these scenarios where this man starts to cheat on the woman and then they end up getting divorced and he takes everything, it may seem like in that moment that you want to get revenge, you want to get back, but you see what happened in both of these, in these examples that Tiffany gave here, was that eventually the man fell off because God's favor wasn't on him, and everything that they had that you helped them get by the favor of the Lord on you, they lost it. And God's not going to let somebody take advantage of his children, indefinitely at least. And that's exactly what ends up happening. But vengeance is the Lord's. It belongs to God. So don't be the one that's trying to, be spiteful or vengeful in a season where you are the one with the favor on you. Just continue to pray to God, continue to be loyal to him, continue to do good things for people and be used by him to be a blessing to others. Don't let it taint you. Don't let it ruin your witness. Don't let it turn you into somebody that's bitter or jealous or has, negative character traits, because the enemy would love to destroy that side of you. Let me know in the comment section if you guys have experienced anything like this. This is Tiffany Buckner. Her channel's called Anointed Fire on both YouTube and TikTok. This is TikTok right here. I'll share the link in the description to give her credit for her work, even if I don't agree with everything she says. That's going to do it for this one, though. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, God bless.